11/25, 2011, 5:50 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Why is it? Because it is a great weekend to all of the people who understand the worldwide crisis. Are you starting to understand the news yet? What's coming out of Italy and all of these other countries? If you don't, simply send an email, info@stockmarketpending.com. We'll make sure we address it in a video for you. The thing about it is how capital markets get marked down based on leverage and where liquidity channels start either to lock up, and what do? They just don't do any transactions. That's how you lock up a financial systems that integrated themselves around the world. We will have special reports. Right now it's pre-market. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody once again. I hope everyone enjoyed their meals. I know I did. And I know you MMTs did. Look at the gap open down. Look, we've been selling down into the markets. The contagion is still there. In this pre-market, and it's a half a trading day today. Sure enough is. But your gap down list really isn't all that bad. And like I was telling one of the MMTs was to be watching this TQQ. That's that bull. That was that gap down. And during pre-market, light volume, only 6,800, only 2,600 traded on Google. Apple's got 74,000. We're going to take a look at the 580 put that was marked at $5. The high was 1040 on the previous close, PC, previous closing day. 6.71, they were marked up. Here, that 375 put on Apple, yeah, look at that markup. Close at 2. See, and what they did on the opening bell before Thanksgiving that morning, what they did was they opened it right there to print, had it, and then continued and ran it higher. That's what they did on the put side. And same thing here. Look, 490, he marks it at 480 and then runs it to 1040. My goodness sakes, it's how they marked that low where that market was made. And then what'd they do? Google acted okay during that day. Gapping down today though. But you can tell, watch that bull, that TQQ, because if Google's working and Apple's working, this is working. So you would want to be long that bull if that bull is working. If the bull fails, though, you better be shorting the bull. Oh, yeah. Let us not be in denial about all of the bear funds that were posted to all of you. And the reason why they were posted, you can go back and look on the website. You can look at the dates. You can look at the timestamp. It's there. Go do it. Now, let's talk about how they're going to drop these bids down, but most importantly is we are going to mark the calls down. And we have all the calls and puts here, starting at 11:25. That's right there. Calls and puts all the way down. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take care of these limit orders next, MMTs. And let us not forget, MMTs, on the options here, of course we're market makers, remember, MMT, that bull, you watch how these left elbow gaps, 567, they've been coming up in value in pre-market right now, 5:54 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11/25, 2011. And we're about 4 minutes into that bull print since we started talking about it. So how much time? We almost have 1 hour of the pre-market in play. And how to set up pricing actions, both long short the market. A long debit, a short debit, well, you're getting paid twice. Bottom line. What we would like to notify you on is how this with the retail shopping on Apple is that it got sold down. It's good for intraday only, but you can make money, and you can start by looking at what that 360 call is deep in the money. Look at that price, 8.15. They marked them down 9 1/4 on 11.25. That's that 360 call. Uh-oh. I've got to get that 360 call in there. 17.40 was the close with the 15.85 high on the previous day. Last print, $8.15. Now, what this gapping down is, we talked about and set alarms on this baby yesterday when we were doing our training, and we're going to go ahead and get them bids down there. 460. We're going to have some out there at 480, of course, and some at 510 and 5.5. We'll even make a line all the way up to 570 down to 420. And the thing about it is, there'll be a tight stop there always, as mandatory as it is. Risk management is always addressed with adjusting the bull side and the bear side of markets, and each one has a pricing component. It's going to be the buyer and the seller on a half a day. Most people are not even in their offices right now. However, take advantage of the markdown. Look at the markdown in the option to that print. Is almost $10 markdown. Apple acts good at price support level in the equity and makes a series of higher price action intraday highs once they do hit their peak levels and pull back, but they break out and they stay up there at those highs and price action highs off of the bottom. This call right here that's in that money, I'm going to put some bids out there on this one. They expire today, and there's only a half a trading day. Expiration is today, 11:25, 5:58 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And how am I going to steal that bid? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to put bids out there at about 370, and I'm also going to add some in there. That's going to be my first bid. All the other bids, cancel all. 370 on the low side on that 360 call. They expire. You have 1/2 day of low volume price action. What the gap down in Europe again, but they're going to hit support, and the call side is deflated today. Look at it's contracting. It's not as much as it was earlier in pre-market. See how the bids are rising on this side of the market? Yes, they are. They're getting closer now. Look at that. 568 by 568.30, not down as much. So in the pre-market, you keep watching that bull going higher. That means they're set for the call side. They're set for it. The qualifier is that they have to have a 369 breakout, and you have to have those 3 teeny breakouts in a teeny range. And then you have to break higher. And you have to hold the support levels between the buyer and the seller, where that buyer's bid continues to rise, then that means that the equity is going to go break out higher. And understanding how to weight that mathematically with dollar penny price action is how you survive